What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today, I want to talk about rare champions that you shouldn't feed. And we're going to look at it from two different perceptions, free to play and spender. And trust me when I'm telling you that, regardless which one of them you are, they are rare champions that you should keep anyway, because we have so many rare champions in the game and it's so hard to pull a specific champion. So once you're going to get some of them, you might want to chuck them in the vault and just let them in there till you're actually ready to use them for the right content. Now, those are only like a bunch. There are a lot of other champions that, yeah, you can get them, feed them, maybe you're gonna pull them again, they're still gonna help you later on in Doom Tower, secret rooms and stuff like that, for fusions. So I'm gonna break all that for you guys. Now, if you enjoyed the content, considering subscribing, that actually helps the channel a lot and I really appreciate it. My goal is to get to 40k subscribers for this year, guys. Let's see if we're gonna manage to get that goal done. And if you guys enjoy the music you hear in the video, I partner up with Soundstripe. They have an amazing music library. So if you're a content creator, a music enthusiast, definitely head over and check them out. The link will be in the description down below or in the pinned comments. Plus, I can save you 15% on checkout by using code Skratch. Now, the whole idea, guys, we have fusions as well. So if you're gonna go right here at Portal Fusions, we have the Broadma fusion with a few rare void champions. Broadma is actually a pretty solid epic. You can definitely find a lot of use out of him. And then we have this permanent fusion, Resin. Now, I don't have it available anymore because I've done it. So in order to get this fusion done, you're gonna need to have these rare champions. Now, the whole idea is some of them are farmable, right? You can farm some of them from campaign. Like we have a Rocktooth right here. We have Valerie. We have what other champions? Skullworn, Goremask. You can actually farm them from campaign, but a lot of them are dropping from shards. So when you got these champions, at least when you pull one of them, lock him and put him in the vault. Like this, you're actually gonna have him saved up for the Resin fusion. It's gonna be pretty hard to collect all these rare champions if you're not a whale that opens tons of shards. So definitely very important to check this place out. Now, when we are talking about rare champions, we're not only talking about where I gotta do dungeons, I gotta do clan boss or faction wars. We actually have the Doom Tower. And regardless if it's hard mode or normal mode, we're gonna have secret rooms that require us to have specific teams made only of rare champions. Like, example, we're on hard mode Doom Tower. So if we go to secret room number 12, rare magic champions only. Right here, this is my team that I'm running, you see? Something like this. That's how I'm going against this team. All the 4 starter champions and apothecary. That's an example. If we're going to room number 9, right here we have rare attack champions only, so we cannot use support. So here again, I'm probably going something like this. You see, I have a lot of DPS, and all of them are on stun sets. These secret rooms are so hard. You guys have no idea on hard mode. You gotta make sure you're constantly CCing the enemy. If no, he's gonna wreck you. Basically, this is kind of like an example. Then we have another room. I think this is room number 4. Right here, rare spirit champions only. Soulbound, we have a few Abyssals, Marauders, or a Mother Superior, or a Marquez. Galhern is one of the best champions for the secret room with his AoE provoke, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. So all these are playing a very important role, because that's how you're getting fragments for legendary champions. We have Dark Kael, we have so many good champions in the Doom Tower normal mode and hard mode. While we do have a lot of useless champions as well. So here on the normal mode, let's just go, for example, secret room number 5. Rare void champions only. We need a Bellower, we need a Reliquary Tender, maybe we need a Doom Screech. The whole idea is that we need to keep a lot of rare champions, and I'm gonna give you the list with a lot of champions that you should keep. Now, how I mentioned, the farmable ones, you can get them from campaigns, so you don't need to lock those champions. They're not as important because you can farm them over and over again. Now, if by any chance you guys think that I missed any of the rare champions, please do let me know in the comments down below. But let's move over to my list. We're gonna start from the very bottom. We're gonna go at the Shadowkins. Now, right here, in my opinion, there's only one champion that is kind of like worth it. We have Marauder. I'm not gonna go over their skills because there are quite a few champions, and then this video is gonna be like 5 hours long. He's an HP based champion, pretty good base stats, can be used for secret rooms, even for the faction war if needed. he's not really a progression champion. You know, he's not one of those super important champions, but he can be used for secret rooms. We have a bit of provoke in his kit, attack down. Moving over to the dwarves is a bit different here because we have a few options in here. So I'm gonna start with Kurzet. Kurzet is a pretty solid champion, even for faction wars, even for progression, maybe even for arena if you're struggling. Basically, he has increased accuracy, decreased defense. This was the very first champion that we actually got with increased accuracy in the game, so he's still fairly decent. You can definitely find some use for this champion. Then Master Butcher, amazing champion even for the secret room, the spirit secret room that I just showed you before. He is so crazy good. We have provoke, we have revive, we have heals. All around, he's such a fun champion to play, and not only for the secret rooms, even for faction wars, even for arena, you can actually have troll teams with him and have some fun. Doom Tower bosses, all around. Master Butcher is an awesome champion. Avir, the Archmage, we have a bit of a heal. We have Thermeter manipulation, awesome champion. I used him in my faction war team ages ago. He is pretty good for Doom Tower secret room as well, so all around definitely not a champion to sleep on. Moving over to the next faction, and that's the Knight Revenants. Now here we have the mini Kaimar, right? We have Renegade. Renegade is one of those champions that can decrease the cooldown of the skills. I have clan boss teams with Renegade. She is on my Fire Knight stage 25. You can use her for dungeons all around to decrease the cooldown of your skills. She's a very solid red champion, definitely one of a kind, because there are only 3 champions in the entire game that do similar things with it. Kaimar, Renegade, and Painkeeper. We're gonna get to Painkeeper in just a second. She has decreased speed, multi-hits. All around, she's actually a very solid red champion. Definitely not something that you just wanna throw in the bin. Executioner, he is a farmable champion. I think he's stage 12 or stage 11 on a campaign, sorry. We have decreased speed, decreased Thermeter, we have a stun. All around very solid champion, great for secret rooms because he already has some CC involved in his kit. Great even for campaign, but you already have the starter champion, so you shouldn't really think about it in that way. Mainly for the Doom Tower and how he's farmable, you can always go and farm another one, so it's not something that you should definitely lock and keep around. Coffin Smasher, he got way too power creeped, and I really cannot suggest anyone to build him in the current state. Like, we have so many other champions that can deliver better stuff than Coffin Smasher. Dark Elves, again, we have quite a few champions in here. Coldheart, probably the #1 endgame rare champion in the entire game. We have the Heartseeker, enemy max HP, depletes the Thermeter, we have poisons, quadruple hit on the A1, not only great for a secret room as an idea, great for a lot of dungeons, great for Doom Tower bosses. She is such a beast of a champion. Definitely keep multiple copies. I think I have 3 or 4 Cold Hearts. 3 is more than enough. I can tell you that from experience. 3 Cold Hearts are more than enough. Then right here, of course, we have Painkeeper, another champion that I just mentioned before. Great for the Barrier comp, for clan boss. These are the champions that you want to lock, vault, because you never know when you're going to need them. Even if you think I'm not going to need them now, you never know when you're going to need them. Painkeeper, she is great for secret rooms, HP secret rooms. I think we have a few of those. She decreases the cooldown of skills. She heals. All around Painkeeper, very, very powerful and very important as a rare champion. Paragon, kind of like a troll champion. He can help you to cheese the Nightmare campaign, the final boss, the Mortu Macabre, with his Unkillable. This is on a 2-turn cooldown, and you can actually just use him as a fun champion, even as a stun target for clan boss if you play the team right. So definitely Paragon, another champion that you unlock and vault and keep them safe till the day when you need them. Kael is the starter champion. Probably a lot of you guys started with this one. Definitely keep all the starter champions, a copy of each one of them, because they will help you a lot in so many secret rooms. You guys have no idea. Faction wars, they can help you quite a bit. They are pretty good champions. They deal good damage, and each one of them is unique in its own way, bringing something else to the table. But Kael, very solid as well. The next faction, the next stop. Right here we have the Undead, and here we have quite a few options on the table as well. I'm gonna start with Seducer. Yeah, he's pretty good. Not only to use him in like secret rooms. I don't think I actually ever use him in secret rooms, but he has immunity. He has quite a few things in his kit. He's a pretty fun champion. He has increased defense, a bit of ally protection if you pair him with his partner. decrease attack. You can run him for clan boss just to have that immunity, and even in faction wars if needed. I feel like he definitely has very good base stats for a rare champion. Can actually compete with those base stats with legendary champions, honestly. Like, his base stats are very, very solid. Skratch, another champion, and no, he is not doing the same thing like Seeker. Fills the turn meter, increase defense, but he doesn't gain extra turn. That's why he cannot be like Seeker. This champion, again, great for secret rooms, even great for arena. You can use him for faction wars. You can use him for progression in the game. Definitely lock him, vault him, keep him safe. Frozen Banshee, one of the best poisoners in the entire game, and she is a rare champion. We have poison sensitivity, poisons on the A1, a bit of turn meter on the A2. We have accuracy aura. This is more of a clan boss champion, dragon champion. Not as much for faction wars, but of course you can use the champion there if you want. I feel like the dragon dungeon, the clan boss, even the ice golem, she can actually be pretty solid. And we have another champion here on the list, guys. Corpulent Cadaver. Now, this champion is one that you get, you lock, you vault, and pray. This is part of the Infinity Comp, the #1 damage dealer in the entire game. This damage on the A1 increases with the value of the shield. So in the Infinity Comps, he can actually hit the clan boss for millions. 2-3 million per hit in the clan boss. But you need a very crazy team to make him work, and maybe you're one of those lucky people that will pull the right champions to make that team. And you want to make sure you have a Corpulent Cadaver available when you're pulling all those champions. So definitely keep one copy in the vault. Moving over to the Demonspawn, again, we have quite a few decent champions, but since we were talking about the Infinity Comp, Hellburn. Now, the reason why you can run Hellburn in the Infinity Comp is because she increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. She gives crit rate to your team. This is on a 3-turn cooldown, but she has a weaken on the A1. So instead of bringing in a God Seeker, a Neri, or a Sandless Survivor, which they're not really doing anything else for the Infinity Comp team, bring her in, you're getting the weaken, and you're getting 15% more damage all around. Then, talking about Fellhound, the #1 campaign farmer for Brutal, okay? The fastest campaign farmer, the fastest animation, the A1, bang, bang, bang. He literally wipes waves the exact same way how I said it. Bang, bang, bang. That's how good he is. Lock him, keep him in the vault, build him, make him your campaign farmer ASAP, because he is amazing. You don't need crazy speed. Give him a Savage set with some stats that you have defense boots or attack boots. Kind of like play around with the stats, and he's gonna rock your campaign. Marquise, another awesome rare champion. She hits so hard with this skill right here. She's one of the best defense-based damage dealers in the entire game, and she's a rare champion. If you're gonna have weaken on the enemy team, she's gonna deal an extra hit, extra damage, and she hits so hard, almost like Tranda, guys. It's actually crazy, the damage that you're getting out of her. Definitely considering keeping one in your vault. You can run her in the secret rooms, how I showed you. You can run her in faction wars. Pretty solid as a champion. And Abyssal will be the last champion that I want to point out from this faction. Pretty solid. We have quite a few buffs from this champion. We have a bit of a heal. All around is a great support champion for secret rooms. I cannot recommend this champion enough. Plus, it's gonna be pretty good for faction wars as well if you don't have all the crazy epics and legendaries, at least to get you to a specific stage. Moving over to the Orc faction. Now here, there are not that many options. Of course, we have Galek, the starter champion. Good DPS, good for secret rooms, good to farm campaign. But then we have one more in here, and that is no one else but Veteran. We have attack down from this champion, speed aura for dungeons. We have block buffs with this skill AoE. It's not a 100% chance, but all around he's not a bad champion. He can definitely help you quite a bit if you need him, especially for secret rooms, maybe clan boss early on if you need to have that attack down. And kind of like consider, maybe he's gonna be power creeped pretty quick, this champion. I'm not gonna lie about that. But early on he can help you. You might want to build him up to, like, I don't know, level 50 or something like that, and later on considering if you keep him or you're gonna do something else with him. Moving over to the next faction, the Skinwalkers. Here is actually one of my most favorite rare champions, Galhan. He is so damn powerful, guys. We have AoE provoke from this skill, increased defense on himself, unkillable. You can run him as a stun target for clan boss. Secret rooms is gonna be the #1 champion that you're gonna wanna have on all the secret rooms that require spirit champions or rare champions because of the 3-turn cooldown provoke. Pretty good base stats for a rare champion. And honestly, I really like the champion. I have, I think, 2 or 3 at level 60 for some reason, even though 2 are enough. But definitely an awesome champion. And we have Flashmonger from here as well. Again, he's a fairly decent champion. We have multi-hits on the A1, increased attack, crit rate, extra turn, and then defense down AoE. This is another thing that makes him pretty good for Faction Wars, pretty good for Secret Rooms as well. And you can even run him on the Fire Knight early on because of his multi-hits, the extra turn all around. He's a fairly decent champion. Moving over to the next faction, ladies and gentlemen, All Green Tribes. Now, probably you guys know the most obvious champion from here, Bellower. AoE, 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 decrease attack, decrease defense, decrease speed. It is a powerhouse, okay? One of the most complete rare champions in the entire game. That's how I like to call him. Great for Faction Wars, I'm still using him today. Great for Secret Rooms, I'm still using him today. Great for Campaign, I'm not using him there, but a lot of you guys can actually make a massive use out of this champion for Campaign. And for the Faction Wars, I gotta say, he's one of the best champions that this faction actually has as a CC champion, you know? Definitely not a sleeper. The Barbarian faction. Now here we have quite a few faction models. War Maiden, farmable from Campaign. I know why you all guys love War Maiden. I'm not blaming you. Defense down AoE. Great early on for Arena as the defense down champion. I'm running her in Secret Rooms. How you've seen probably already. I actually showed you kind of like a few combos that I'm running there. I am running her in Faction Wars as well as my defense down champion for stage 21. So the whole idea with this is that you can farm her from Campaign. So if you don't really need her early on, you don't have to stress so much when you're pulling her because you can use her as a chicken and later on go and farm Campaign, get her again, or use her as books for one of the other copies that you want to level up. Marked. She is used for the Res Infusion. She has this skill, block debuffs and increase defense on all allies. Very, very powerful. She has decent base stats. She used to be my block debuffs champion for Clan Boss a while ago, and I really, really liked her there. That's on a 3-turn cooldown, so that's what makes her pretty good. The A1 has a small chance to land defense down, so all around she's definitely not a bad champion. You can definitely find a bit of use for her, even for progression if needed. So you might want to consider to keep a copy after you've done the Res Infusion. The next champion that we have on the list right here, guys, Soulban. Now this is my ultimate favorite champion from this faction as a rare champion. AoE on the A1. She only needs 75% crit rate on all her skills because she has a 25% extra chance to crit with each one of the skills. Fully depletes the turn meter. She ignores defense. She has a crit rate aura for all battles, which you could potentially build her with even less crit rate. She smacks fairly decent with this skill that ignores defense. But the main thing is stun set, A1, AoE, bang, 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 CC the Faction Wars, CC the Secret Rooms. All around a very, very nice champion. And we have Scrapper. Models. I've told you, like, you have female models. And now for you ladies, we have a male model as well. Damn, I just wish I would have that six-pack as well. I bet my wife will be happy. Basically, Scrapper, guys, he can do a lot of work on the Scarab King. Now, I don't really suggest you to use this champion in many other places because he's not really made as a CC champion or anything crazy like that, but he can put in some work on the Scarab King. So if you need some help there, you might want to consider to keep this handsome man in your vault, you know. If we move over to the Sacred Order, right here again there are a bunch of rare champions. Aethel, the starter champion, definitely keep one copy. She increases attack on herself, multi-hit on the A1, and then bang, she has an AoE attack that deals fairly good damage. Very good for Secret Rooms as well, how I mentioned. Great for progression early on for the Fire Knight. Then Templar, he can actually do some work on the Bommel boss, the Dreadhorn boss. He is farmable from Campaign, and he is used for multiple fusions if I'm not mistaken. Now, Templar, fun, yeah, provoke, places unkillable or block damage on himself. I kind of forgot block damage, but you can run him on the Dreadhorn boss if you're struggling there. You're gonna have to manual quite a bit, but he's gonna deliver some awesome results as a solo champion. From this faction, Mother Superior, I feel like she deserves a shout out as well. She's great for the Spirit Secret Rooms, just because she's gonna bring you a bit of a heal, a bit of a speed with the aura. Kind of like, that's about it. She's not so powerful as a support champion to be like, wow, she's gonna carry me in dungeons and all this. Early on, I'm not saying that she cannot do it, but she's definitely fairly decent for secret rooms in the end game. So you might want to consider to keep a copy of this champion. Chaplain is kind of like a fun champion, you know. She can heal pretty good with this skill if you build her for damage, but I feel like she's more of a fun champion than a champion that will just bring you tons of utility all around. High Elves, of course we have Elhain, starter champion, very nice. She deals tons of damage, stun set, secret rooms later on, use her for campaign. She has decent animations, good for arena as well if you don't have anything too crazy. Harris, she is a farmable champion. You can run her for clan boss if you want to build a mid full comp, basically. If you don't, maybe you just want to feed her, and when you need one, just go in campaign and farm her. And that's about it, if you're ever going to build that clan boss team. Because you can farm her from campaign, she's not really a priority. Reliquary Tender. Lock build, vault use, however you want. Secret rooms, progression, dungeons, faction wars. All around, she can be very solid. Maybe you're gonna beat the faction wars before you're getting your arbiter. At least for this faction, you know, for high elves. So, she can definitely carry you there with the revive, the cleanse, continuous heal. The last champion from here, Apothecary. Now, he is a pretty awesome champion, man. He's kind of like a legendary in disguise. Increased speed, heal, turn meter, triple hit on the A1. Great everywhere. Honestly, he is just great everywhere. Probably not in the Hydra clan boss, guys, but he's gonna be an awesome champion. Definitely make sure you are keeping him, building him when you're getting him, because he's actually gonna be a massive help. The Banner Lords. Now here, we don't really have anything that I would be like, wow, you gotta build, guys. You gotta keep this champion. Dagger, she is decent. You could build her if you get one or keep her in the vault. But I don't think you're necessarily gonna need her for the Void secret rooms. She's gonna bring you that defense down. She's gonna bring you a couple of other things. But I feel like that's about it with this champion. And we have one champion that's a fun champion. I somehow forgot him. Ironclad, man. I don't know how I forgot Ironclad. Basically, he has this interesting passive. Whenever he's healed, will attack all enemies. So he's actually a fun champion to use with healers. Definitely keep a copy of this one if you want to have some fun in the game. I am running him on the HP base secret room as well. That's with rare champions. So definitely keep a copy of this. But that's all pretty much in terms of what rare champions I would suggest you to keep, guys. This should cover everything for the entire game. All the secret rooms, pretty much every other content. Now, if by any chance I missed anyone worth mentioning, let me know in the comments down below. But that was all for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you found it helpful. Appreciate all of you guys watching till the end. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.